miles on the hillside, and the whistly wheeze of this old, tired man. He falls into the deepest of sleeps, the last one he'll ever need, the last he'll ever be given. And the old Swiss man pops his old Swiss clogs. If, indeed, the Swiss have clogs. I don't know. I'm only half Swiss. It's not even my best half. I'm still at home in London, probably playing on my PlayStation or staring at my feet, unaware that any of this has even happened. I soon would be. And how? I studied the menu Chris had enclosed with his letter. The Madras Valley, 123 Castlehaven Road, northwest London. It looked great. Maybe I was romanticising it slightly because of the mood I was in, but I don't think that any restaurant has ever seemed so appealing as the Madras Valley did at that moment. We are proud of our chefs and our management, it read. We are proud that you, the customer, choose us to satisfy your appetite. Well, that was lovely. They hadn't needed to write that, but they'd done it anyway. What a great world my joinee lived in. A friendly world, where restaurants are proud of themselves, and you get a free bottle of Coke with every takeaway order over £15. And this sealed it for me. Our chef has 20 years' experience as a chef. Oh, Jonesy knew his stuff when it came to restaurants, all right. He was a man of taste, a man of quality, a man I knew I should know. I imagined our shared future. I imagined our summers in the park, drinking cool beers and kicking a battered old football around, laughing like ladies in the afternoon sun. I imagined us marrying twins and living next door to each other and going halves on a caravan we'd take to the Lake District twice a year. I imagined growing old with him, maybe by now having to share just the one twin wife, trading in the caravan for a timeshare on the coast. And you know what? Life would be good. Life would be great. Because Jonesy would be there. "Who is that a picture of, and why are you staring at it?" said Hannah, my girlfriend, suddenly there, interrupting my dreams of what might be. She was drying her hair and she smelled of coconuts. "It's Jonesy," I said. "Who is Jonesy?" she said, moving closer to take a look. "And why are you grinning like that?" "I can't help it," I said. "He makes me happy. Look at his face." I held Jonesy's picture up. Hannah didn't react. I pointed at it with my finger, as if that would somehow help. Hannah looked at Jonesy, and then looked at me in the way I imagine some people get looked at after treading on a kitten. "Right," she said unsurely. "And why does he make you happy?" "He just does," I said, tucking the photo into my shirt pocket. "He's got a happy face." You know who have happy faces, Danny? Simpletons. I made a point of ignoring this unnecessary slight against my new friend by merely grinning at her, but suddenly felt as if I was proving a point for her. "Anyway, why do you have a picture of this man?" she asked. I decided to try and subtly change the subject. "Shall we go out now?" That's about as subtle as I get under pressure. I realise now that I haven't really given you ample explanation as to what this whole joining business is all about. Well, like those who've joined me, you'll just have to trust me for a bit. At least you know what my name is. You know I'm a man. You know my girlfriend sometimes smells of coconuts. You've probably guessed I live in London. And you know I was excited. I could scarcely contain myself, in fact, about the first person ever to have joined me. The first person to have sent his passport photo in, and, consequently, the first to have committed himself to my cause, my grand quest, my very important mission. What cause? What quest? What mission? I'm still not telling you. Not yet. But I had to hand it to him. He'd acted bravely. After all, as you're beginning to understand, I'd given precious little away. He'd simply seen in that week's copy of Loot a tiny boxed small ad saying, "Join me. Send one passport-sized photo to," and then my address. And that was all. All I'd written. All he had to go on. And yet he'd done it. Done it without knowing who he was joining, or what he was joining, or why he was joining, or even what joining meant. And the truth is, at this stage, even I wasn't bothered about any of that stuff. I was just overjoyed that he'd joined. Now, all this may sound very exciting, but rest assured my life wasn't always this enthralling. 2 weeks earlier, in fact, I was bored. I'd been bored for a while, but this one day in particular was actually a day I found especially boring. That's not to say it had been uneventful. Far from it. Already today I'd stubbed my toe and burnt an egg, so I think you'll agree it was all happening round my way. But these days, ever since I'd given up my job at the BBC, I did seem to be doing a lot of sitting down, a lot of glancing about.